Today I will share with you how I made her fall in love with me by stopping all the effort. A few years ago, I fell into the exact same trap almost everyone falls into when they really care about someone. I tried too hard. I was texting first, planning every detail, showing total availability, and bending my schedule around theirs. And do you know what happened? She pulled away. The more effort I poured in, the less interested she became. It felt completely wrong. But then, I decided to run an experiment based on cold, hard behavioral psychology. I completely stopped trying. I didn't get angry, I didn't act petty, I just quietly reclaimed my energy, and guess what? Within days, the entire dynamic completely flipped. Today, I am sharing with you the exact 4 psychological steps I used to stop chasing, rebuild my value, and make her fall deeply in love with me by simply stopping all the effort. Let's dive in. Step 1. The availability audit. The first thing I realized was that I had made myself an absolute safety net. She knew that no matter what time she texted, I'd reply in seconds. She knew my weekend plans were always open for her. Psychologically, when a person knows you are 100% available, your attention loses its value. So, I ran an availability audit. I stopped instantly responding to non-urgent texts. If I was working, I focused on work. If I had plans with my friends, I didn't cancel them to keep my schedule open for a potential last-minute invitation. By removing my total availability, I killed the safety net. Suddenly, my time became a scarce asset again, and her brain immediately noticed the shift. Step 2. Shifting from validation to observation. Step 2 was changing my internal mindset from seeking validation to simply observing. Initially, every interaction was about trying to make her like me. I asked myself questions like, did I say the right thing? Did she like my outfit? Was I interesting enough? That energy is needy, and human beings can smell desperation from a mile away. But I shifted completely. When we hung out, I stopped trying to impress her. Instead, I started observing her. I paid attention to whether she was adding value to my day, whether she was engaging, and whether she was making an effort. By dropping the need for her validation, my behavior naturally became calm, collected, and grounded. This subtle shift created a massive wave of attraction because confidence isn't about proving your worth, rather it's about knowing it. Step 3. The power of unsent energy. Step 3 is what I call managing your unsent energy. When someone starts pulling back or acting hot and cold, our natural instinct is to send a massive text demanding to know where we stand, or to confront them emotionally. I resisted that urge entirely. And whenever I felt the impulse to send a needy message or check in unnecessarily, I redirected that energy back into my own life. I hit the gym harder, focused on my personal goals, and rebuilt my own world outside of her. When you hold your emotional energy instead of throwing it at someone who isn't matching it, you create a powerful aura of emotional self-sufficiency. She began to realize that my happiness wasn't dependent on her approval, and that unshakable independence was magnetic. Step 4. Allowing the void to work. The final step was allowing the void to do its job. When you step back and stop driving 100% of the momentum, you create an empty space in the relationship dynamic. Most people panic during this silence and fill it immediately. Me, on the other hand, will allow it sit. And because I didn't panic, she had the mental space to actually miss me. She began reaching out first, asking about my day, and making the effort to plan our next hangout. By stopping the effort, I gave her the opportunity to invest in me. Attraction cannot grow in a crowded space, it needs distance and silence to breathe. Have you ever tried stepping back to see who actually steps forward for you? Let me know your personal stories in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to the Romance Mindset as we keep decoding human nature. See you in the next deep dive.